British Columbia Institute of Technology acknowledges that our campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Good morning, and it's me, Keone Mo, here for the 10 a.m. news update. Young referees can be the prime target of mistreatment by players, coaches, and fans. Our reporter Gabe Liesi investigated how referee coordinators can attract and retain talent.
Referees have always been the target of abuse and harassment from the grassroots up to the professional level. A 2023 article by the Sport Information Resource Centre highlighted a survey conducted in Ontario, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia showing that 94% of soccer referees had experienced verbal abuse. Robbie Wong is a former referee coordinator in Burnaby and says the relationship a coordinator builds with a young referee and their parent is critical.
That comes down to the relationship you make with the parents and the kids, because a huge part of that is being there, being visible, being able to support the kid.
Wong says retaining young referees is a team effort between parents, coordinators, and kids. Gabe Liesi, BCIT News.
TransLink says it will be honoring veterans and active military personnel by offering free transit on Remembrance Day. Eligible customers include police, fire personnel, Canadian Coast Guard members, Department of Fisheries and Oceans officers, and BC Ambulance Service personnel. Customers can present their badge, military ID, veteran service cards, or appear in uniform between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. for free access. Poppies will also be available by donation at select transit hubs. A new report has shown technological changes will be coming to food and beverage consumption. Reporter Elijah Ford has the latest developments on the fundamental industry.
A report from BCC Research has shown that AI spending in the food and beverage industry is expected to increase from $10 billion to $50.6 billion by the year 2030. This new technology is anticipated to be used on analytical insights such as predictive market analysis and dynamic pricing solutions. BCAI spokesperson Udpav Kansal thinks this could transform how consumers receive products.
In terms of F&B, it could be not having to subscribe and save, but actually getting a hamper outside your door on the 1st of every month with everything you need, and it's 99% exactly what you needed.
The AI technology market is expected to be worth $800 billion by 2030. Elijah Ford, BCIT News.
On Monday, the Canadian Border Services Agency announced the seizure of hundreds of kilograms of meth and cocaine destined for Australia at Vancouver Airport. Patrick McConnell has more.
Media in Australia and New Zealand have reported an influx of meth coming from Canadian shipping containers and air cargo. In 2023, New Zealand reported Canada was the point of origin for the majority of meth entering the country. Daryl Plikas, former Speaker of the House and criminology professor, says Canada's sentencing is too light.
Penalties are far less than you would get if you were in the United States. So if I was somebody who was a illicit drug manufacturer, it makes more sense to be doing that in Canada.
A kilogram of meth sells for $10,000 in Canada, but can go for $300,000 in New Zealand. Patrick McConnell, BCIT News.
The co-owner of a BC ostrich farm where a cull has been ordered says officials will be killing healthy birds that they refuse to test after an avian flu outbreak last year. Dave Belinsky says the birds have developed valuable antibodies.
They won't listen to the science. They know goddamn well that those birds have the strongest antibodies out there right now, and they're destroying them. I'm afraid in my opinion, there's no justice left.
Typhoon Kalmagi has made landfall in Vietnam, pummeling the country with powerful winds and heavy rain. 3 fishermen have already been reported missing. Authorities have begun evacuating more than 537,000 people due to rising floodwaters and landslides. This is after leaving the Philippines and causing more than 100 deaths. Filipino President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. had issued a state of emergency to help combat the crisis brought on by the typhoon. And for weather today, it's looking like a wet one, so be prepared for some rain and a high of 12 with a low of 8. This was Keone Mo for your 10 a.m. news update.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.
I knew a bit about Lightroom and Photoshop before coming into the program, but I didn't really know much about Premiere, and that kind of scared me. And so BCIT has really helped to kind of grow my skills in video editing, which is something I didn't really think I could do before and actually really enjoy now. It also taught me how to use the big cameras, so I can use more than just a DSLR now, which is very helpful as well.